Yo, welcome everyone. It's time for Bleach! Yeah, that just might be an every week thing. But wagwan, welcome back to the channel. Of course, it's Monday night and I'm fresh. Not really fresh from work, but well, from work, but not. You get the point. I'm not fresh, unfortunately. But you know, I haven't even changed off yet or anything. But it's Monday and it's time for Bleach: The 1,000-Year Blood War, episode 3. And if what my associates, friends, acquaintances, everybody's telling me that this episode is one to die for. Based on what I've been told, and I kind of tried rereading some of the chapters before coming into this, apparently this episode is gonna cover like at least 6 chapters, so that's really insane. No promises on really highlighting the differences. Maybe I might do it, who knows, but we'll at least be reacting to and reviewing the episode as we do every week here, give or take. Well, hope you guys are having an awesome day. Definitely leave a like, a comment, of course subscribe when you, well, if you want. But anyway, it's time to dive into Bleach. Tite Kubo's finest work, as King of Lightning would say. Shout out to him. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Let's get into it. Yo, hold on. What's this OST that I'm hearing right now? I'm really loving the OST. Yo, Yamamoto in the chattings, brother man, so which part them there? Ooh. Yo! Yeah, like Bleach already had some interesting ways to show like the title cards and all of that, but yo, these look really sick, really creative. Man said my bud like bread, or butter than sliced bread. Yeah. Nah, man, nah lie. Looks visually amazing. Volstanding. I probably pronounced it wrong. Volstandic. Right to the action, no delay. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Quincy. Woo! What on? This is a remix of an original Bleach OST, bro. Listen, the #1 remix is already sick now, but yo, this. Yeah, but just love how Ichigo just calm. Getsuga. Tension! Shoryuken! Black Wave just doesn't call him dad, just says Ryukin. Bruh, listen, I'm just gonna appear at the end of this story and give you the winning ticket. Manga readers know what I mean. Unless they add new scenes. Well, flashbacks. You know, outside flashbacks. I'm loving these new scenes. I wonder if they'll add back because they've already like dropped off some scenes from the manga, but this section with Uryu and his dad is completely new. The winners decide what justice is. You know, honestly, in the grand scheme of things, like, yeah, considering what's at stake, you can understand why Mayuri is doing it, why he did it, but like just killing 28,000 people to maintain the balance. But you can imagine from the perspective of those persons, Rekongai, those districts, like it just shows you like the whole soul society, the whole system is just that kind of rough. I wonder what would have happened like if Kubo was in a situation to write like an arc where, you know, Ichigo had to get in the way of that. How would things have been resolved? You know, interesting things to think about. But it kind of just goes back to show you that, yes, all society, the traditions and what they have to do, it's not necessarily black and white. There's nuance there, but woo, the side that's leaning more towards the quote unquote bad side, it can get pretty bad. I like how Frieza is just, you know, giving Head Captain a piece of his mind. Giving this guy the whole treatment. Stop it. Calm down. Skin and bones, brother. Ooh. Really, dog? Ichigo, come in now. Bankai. Yo! Yo, you can tie that this man now. Yo! Yo, I'm thinking they got like drape him up or something. You think? I just love how the blue just kind of dyes the environment in that this blue hue. Yes, yes. The bloodshed starts. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's it. Alright, so that was episode 3 of the 1000-Year Blood War anime adaptation of Bleach! Tite, Kubo. You get it. The point is, the episode was amazing. Like, each episode is just great, bro. Like, I can understand why Bleach potentially every week is just getting, like, I don't know, anime, like, episode of the week or whatever the case may be in terms of rankings. But another awesome episode of Bleach. We have Ichigo confronting Kyuubi and Hikomundo. We have the situation developing to the extreme when it comes on to the Stern Ritters and the Quincy overall just invading Soul Society. And honestly, things are looking dire. Now, in terms of the episode rating, amazing. Compared to the manga content, we had all the scenes with Uryu and his dad were additional, like new, like original scenes that have been added to what I will honestly say enhance the narrative, because and if I'm remembering correctly, right, those scenes with Uryu were never in the manga, and they actually set a better foundation for what Uryu is going to actually do next within the narrative. So it definitely enhances the story, to say the least. You realize within the episode he mentions, after reading this diary or book from Ryuken regarding, His Majesty, his mom, the Vandenreich. Listen, I'm not. I'm not good at German, so just bear with me. So that definitely helped to enhance the narrative when it came on to this episode, and as a manga reader, trust me, it definitely helps. So Kubo's work, him setting up shop by Pierrot is definitely showing. Kubo isn't at home anymore. This man's in the studio with the guys. So this need to change, this need to add. So you can definitely see those little those decent quality of life additions when it comes on to the story. So that was definitely a breath of fresh air getting that in the episode. Of course, we see that when it comes on to this arc, in terms of the pacing and things just kind of getting underway, it continues where episode 2 left off in terms of just kind of pushing forward with just the brutality and just the proactiveness of the antagonist, and just the situation that the the Soul Society and our protagonists, our heroes, are in. Just it's a very dire situation. So stuff like that continues to help us, the audience, become really, how should I put it, shit, I'm missing the word here. You're tuned in, just for lack of a better term right now, because I'm missing the term. Where you're tuned in, as the audience, you're tuned into what's happening and you're looking forward to what's coming next. Like, not just because it's Bleach, but just how it's done with this episode, and so how it's been done in terms of the pacing of the arc so far. Like, it really just captures your attention, and it was the same for the manga, honestly. So there's that, and there is that little, subtle, well, not subtle, but there is that whole overarching lore that's being planted in terms of this dynamic relationship between Captain Commander Yamamoto and His Majesty in terms of 1,000 years ago. So, little lore planting there. Granted, as a manga reader, I am hoping they expound on that, because jeez, it's I mean, to say it was expounded on, it's nah. That's not the word I would use when it came onto the manga version of the arc with the coming, episodes to come. Yeah, it wasn't really expounded on, so I'm just hoping that we get some more, expansion on that when it comes on to the anime adaptation. Getting scenes like what we got with Uryu, like the scenes of those lengths, trust me, that would do us a world of justice when it comes on to just kind of fleshing out the overall world building, the history and lore when it comes on to the dynamics between, Yamamoto and His Majesty, or Yak, Bak, whatever you want to pronounce it as, and just overall the Soul Society and the history of the Bleach world back then. That's what this anime adaptation needs going forward. And of course, the nuance in terms of how the Soul Society kind of handles things, even though they're part of our, the protagonist team, the hero side, the story continues to paint Soul Society as not necessarily being an extreme force for good, even though, they had to kind of balance things out by killing those 28,000 people in Rakongai. But hey, so there are different ways you can actually approach the episode to appreciate in terms of the nuance, in terms of the storytelling, and just the quality of life enhancements that the studio and Kubo have added to the episode, in addition to the amazing pacing, because this episode seemingly covered like 6 chapters, which is insane. I think, like, just pulling from memory, the only other series I can think about that really like sped through materials like in a single episode was probably Inuyasha, the final act. That definitely like sped through the manga material like crazy. So I did read the chapters this episode is based on before going into it, and from what I can remember before like coming out of that reread, I don't think the episode actually dropped anything. This goes up to almost the end of chapter 494, give or take. So yeah, but amazing episode nonetheless. Definitely love it. It hit all the marks in terms of the pacing, planting those lore based world building history seeds, adding new quality of life scenes to kind of enhance what certain characters will be doing in the future, and just the overall carnage and proactiveness of the antagonist keeps the audience truly in tune to what's going to happen next. So Bleach, and final thing, the OST remixes, smooth smooth like butter, honestly. So let me know what you guys think, and of course, please tell me what you thought of my breakdown, my review when it comes on to this episode of Bleach 2000 Year Blood War. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe for more Bleach, and I'll see you guys in the next one.